All right, we are here at the JD Power Auto Summit. I'm standing here with Stuart Straub, who I've had the pleasure to hang out with a few times now.
Yes.
Have a new role this year at some point. You became the Vice President of Auto Retail here at JD Power. Congratulations, first of all,
thanks.
on that.
Thank you, Kyle.
So let us into what that title actually entails, because it's a pretty broad thing, but it has that title retail in it, which I think is a unique position that you have within the JD Power organization.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the whole team that we've got that works on auto retail really is focused on tracking, kind of measuring how the customer experience is changing at retail, including everything that we see coming down the pike with all these new technologies and these new strategies that are in place to sell and service vehicles to customers. How satisfying are those different options for them? And what can we do to help automakers and retailers directly improve that experience that customers are having when they're buying, leasing, and servicing vehicles? So that's really what the team is all about for the most part.
It's really cool. When you have so much data at your fingertips, I think it's important to leverage that data not just into fancy screenshots or slides, but what do we do with the data? How do we take action? One of the things that you're taking action with as a team is leaning into how data informs the EV buying process, and
Yes.
you're thinking about it not just from the buyer's perspective, but from the retailer's perspective. Talk about that project.
Exactly. We are very, very excited to be launching this collaboration with Rockad, with cutting edge micro-learning, mobile, accessible learning platform that they've got out there to bring this JD Power EV Expert certification to market for primarily retailers, really frontline personnel, mostly sales consultants and service advisors. As we know, one of the biggest challenges that we've got with EVs is a lot of customers just don't know enough about them to be confident. A lot of frontline retail personnel, they're people too,
right?
So they may not be as confident as they want to be about it as well. And in the meantime, we've got a lot of EVs that are out there in inventory. Certainly with battery electric, also PHEVs. So we've teamed up with Rockad to bring all of our data that we've got at JD Power to bear through these short form videos. It's like this curated set of videos that we've developed with Rockad that's going to help those frontline people really learn everything they need to know about EVs to be totally confident. Because, they're not just selling and servicing the product itself. It's that whole new ownership proposition around EVs, right? The charging, the total cost of ownership, all those things. That can be very different from one market to the next.
I remember back when I was selling cars when the push button start came out, right?
Yeah.
And even getting people used to wait, can someone just get in my car and push the button and go, was actually a large hill to climb. And we're climbing a similar but actually larger hill than that. What are some of those, you talked about the ownership experience, but what are some of the most unique things that people are really having to educate themselves along, in the shopper journey?
Yeah, for sure. Everything from some of the technology, even just understanding what one pedal driving is and how regen braking works and how beneficial that can be in some settings. The total cost of ownership part of it is a huge area where we would love to see a lot more understanding, among really all stakeholders.
Yep.
Charging definitely though has got to be the biggest one.
How to, where to, when to, what it impacts. Yeah.
Right. Totally. And we know that that's one of the biggest reasons why people are resisting EVs right now. But if you were a sales consultant and you had a shopper come in who was interested in looking at PHEVs or battery electric vehicles, and they asked you, where are the local charging options that I have around here? You really want to be able to know that and to speak to that confidently. Sure. And we're still at a point, relatively speaking, where knowing that stuff can really differentiate one retailer, one sales consultant over the others. And that has a lot to do with what we're doing with this EV Expert certification, so that if they go through all these videos, and it's great with Rockad's approach, you're just kind of delivering these 2-minute short form, quick hit videos, really well done, very on point. And they can consume the data in a way that people are used to these days. How we consume everything on social
Instagram,
media.
TikTok size videos, right?
Exactly. So you're getting this great information. You don't have to leave the showroom floor. Don't have to leave the drive. It's just hitting your phone, nice and quick each day. Eventually, you consume all that. You take the test. You get certified. So now you've got all that knowledge, but you also have the ability to market that. As a sales consultant, as
you
an
are
advisor.
certified. The JD Power logo is an important thing in the consumer matrix.
That's right, exactly.
Man, Stuart, it's a really cool project. I can see your passion for it. Thank you for kind of serving the industry in that way, because I think it's an important education piece that we need as an industry right now.
Thank you, Kyle. Yeah, really happy to bring it to market.
Thanks for spending some time with us.
All right, thank you.